Welcome! Today we're going to talk about hardcovers and deluxe editions. Personally, I only have a few hardcovers, such as Summer Time Rendering and the Soul Eater Perfect editions. So I thought I couldn't really cover this before I got a proper deluxe edition. So I had to make sure to order. And a lot of people ask me, where do you order your manga from? And my answer to them is SciFier, which is pretty easy. I've been getting manga from SciFier for about 3 years now. And if you go on SciFier and you pick, let's say, Bleach box set, you can see that SciFier already saves you 32%. And with my promo code, GREMY, you can get additional 5% off. Just make sure to click the link in the description. That way you help me and the channel financially. And you can use this code on future orders as well. Every little bit helps. And I'm going to show you how they pack and treat their orders right here. Alright, so here is the box in question. I often get asked, where do I buy my manga? The answer is SciFier. I have been buying from SciFier for about 3 years. We're going to open this up and then see what kind of delivery that they give their customers. Now let's see. Now it is important that we take our time with this because I want you to notice how this is packaged. Okay, so first, out of the box, if we pull this out, you can see how it's neatly bubble wrapped, which is very important. All right. Second, if we look down into the box, you see they make sure that it's cushioned for better travel to not damage whatever it is that you order. If you order from SciFier, you do get these random bookmarks in case you need some. You get a ton of these. Now let's put this box away. Now I mostly hear horror stories about other stores where you order manga from, where you finally get your manga and then it's just damaged. But SciFier, as you can see, this is how it is packaged specifically. So let's have a look. It's neatly bubble wrapped. I can just tear this off. I don't even need a knife for this. Turn it over. Yeah. And then inside here, you can see there are these foamy things for the corners, so it doesn't damage the corners. This specifically right here. This is another neat detail. Now, if you think, oh, it's gonna damage the book itself, the book is plastic wrapped, which is by default, I think. So we can take these off. So they're always very strategic in the way that they're packing their order for you. My first deluxe edition is here, and I got another hardback, but this is an art book specifically for Witch Hat Atelier. There you go. Now, if we have a closer look at the corners, you can see the way that it's packaged, as you saw before, like there's literally no damage. There is basically no damage at all. This is a very solid looking book, and let's look at the other one. No page damage. The corners look good, as you can see. You can see the corners here also look very nice. All right. A lot of people just keep telling me horror stories about how they get damaged manga whenever they order something new. SciFier doesn't have this problem. I've had one instance in 3 years where SciFier sent me something that was mildly ripped. I simply just contacted their customer support and they helped me out straight away. No issues. Excellent customer service. Now, first, I think it's important to know what you're actually paying for, because there's a big difference between every hardback. Clearly, the deluxe editions, first of all, have a more premium feel to them. Leathery, textured in a way. They have these symbols on them that kind of like is embroidered into the letter. There's a lot of other things that you're paying for, like the paper quality. So for example, the colored pages are usually, they're kind of glossy. So it's thicker paper. And thicker pages means, first of all, it's heavier. It's a lot heavier. A good comparison to this is when you look at the Soul Eater Perfect Edition, which is entirely these thick pages of very nice paper, regardless of it being a colored page. But these pages just adds up the weight. Because if you look at the Summertime Rendering one, yes, it's a hardback. Yes, it does have a colored page, or 2 or 3, a few colored pages at least. But in Summertime Rendering, the regular pages, the black and white ones, they're a lot lighter. I wouldn't say they're bad quality, but you can tell. That is definitely felt in the weight of the book itself. Now this is important, right? Because whenever you ask, is a hardcover worth it? That depends. What is deemed worth it for you? Personally, I'm a paperback enjoyer, which is why, coincidentally, most of my collection is mainly paperback. The reason why I have some hardback covers or hardback editions was because these were either easier to come by or I could actually collect the entire thing compared to a, let's say, out-of-print paperback edition, such as the Soul Eater Perfect Editions. I could not find these in paperback fully. So to me, it made more sense to get the hardcovers. Now, do I enjoy reading the hardcovers more than the paperbacks? To me, it doesn't bother me at all. I like when a book is not too heavy to just lift up in front of you, or something like something that is seamless to hold adds to the quality of the book for me. But not everyone thinks the same. This is why the Berserk Deluxe Editions and the Vinland Saga Deluxe Editions are more, let's say, prominent in people's collections. A lot of people just collect hard editions or hardcovers just because it does add more flair to your, let's say, collection. Like if you have the entirety of JoJo's, for example, that's hardcover. It's not per se a deluxe edition hardcover, but it is a hardcover. Premium quality, looks better on the shelf, depending on who you ask, right? It looks like a book. This doesn't look like a manga. This is also a key difference. Another thing to think about is some hardcovers happens to be art books. Now, I really wanted the Witch Hat Atelier hardcover, Grimoire edition, as they call it, but I honestly couldn't find it anywhere, or at least I couldn't find it for this video. But I also thought that then I could dive into what a hardcover art book is like, because an art book is essentially just high quality pages showing off artwork from the artist. And this to me is like such a joy just to browse through. So that in itself could have value for some people. Another thing that you get out of the deluxe editions are these cloth strings. I actually don't know what they're called, but these are essentially your bookmarks. You also pay for this with the premium quality. Now, if we look at what a Vinland Saga book has inside it, it has 3 volumes per edition per book in higher quality paper with some added extra bonus material, such as translation notes, Q&As, some facts about Vikings, for example, and some facts about Norse mythology. So if all of these things make sense to you, this is something you should consider before you purchase something. Now, if you only want the cheapest experience, of course, I wouldn't suggest hardcovers as your go-to edition. These are usually more pricey. You can, of course, get a good deal on them, maybe used. But whenever you buy used, you don't really know what kind of quality you get them at unless you see them in person. So be aware, if you order something used, just have that at the back of your mind. Now, what did we learn? We have learned that the size of a deluxe edition is clearly a lot bigger. It is bigger than a this SIG volume by quite a bit. This could add to more clarity on the pages. Like, it gives you more clarity whenever you read some of the stuff on the pages. And by doing so, by being bigger, it takes a bit away from, let's say, the quality of having to have a book like this on the go. I would not recommend having this if you're like on the go. But I hope this added some clarity. It definitely did for me getting this. And now I know for sure what it's like. Like, it's an old physical media. Something we all can appreciate. I know that was a bit of a different video, but I wanted to try something else. If you enjoyed this, please consider subscribing. Now, please tell me, what kind of edition do you prefer to read? Now, thanks a lot for the support. I really appreciate it. And once again, until next time.